saying that this topic is quite, let me just put it in full screen mode. I think that's better. Exactly. I think it's quite key for the season we are in. After the past 2 years, it's been a crazy time. It's been emotional. It's been straining in every single way, stressful, you know. So I think we need a bit of hope. So I hope that you're getting into this zone with knowing that this is your year, this is your time, and it's just March, so we've got a couple of more months to go for you to do those things you're meant to do. You know, those things you're supposed to start, and to start this journey of living your life to the fullest, because I think each one of us got a wake-up call knowing that tomorrow is not guaranteed at all. I don't want to scare you or worry you, but that's the space I'm in right now. So as I said, that's why this topic was so exciting for me, because this is how I'm trying to live my life every day, or to remind myself every day that I need to live my life to the fullest. Just remember that whatever I'm going to share today, a couple of tips that have worked for myself. I never like sharing things that I haven't tried or tested, things that haven't worked for some of my clients. So I hope that you can pick 1 or 2 things that you can do for yourself, okay? And maybe one day when you meet me somewhere or you write to me an email, you could say, I really like hearing your testimonies, by the way. You could tell me, Faith, you know, I started doing this, I did this. So please have an open mind. As I said, this is a room of sisters. I'll try to be as candid as possible. I hope that's okay with you. I normally don't like, covering things up or beating around the bush, because it doesn't help. Since I'm here with you for 1 hour, we can use this 1 hour to the best. So let's get right into it. Live, love, breathe. This is my theme, my personal theme, which I love sharing with people. Live, love, breathe. They're 3 simple words, but carry a lot. And I think to me, it's the essence of life. And I'm hoping that these 3 messages will come through with everything that I share with you at the end of the session. So just keep that in mind always. If you have pen and paper, write it somewhere. Live, love, breathe. So I am going to share with you 8. I had to make it 8 because of, Women's Day, 8th March. So I'm going to share with you 8 tips on how you can live your life to the fullest. And there's no way I can start my sessions without not talking about you, without talking about yourself. Whoever has listened to some of the talks I have made, you realize I do this quite a lot. We need to get back to you. You're the core of this conversation. So number 1, love yourself. Do you know who you are, first of all? And who you are right now, today on the 7th of March, 2022. Not who you were last year, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. Many of us like living in the past. Who are you right now? You'll do a self-assessment at some point. I always talk about this. Who are you? What are you about? What are your likes, your dislikes, your beliefs, your values? All of that. What makes you who you are right now? And there's no way the person you were 10 years ago, there's no way you are possibly the same person you were 10 years ago, There's no way. So who are you right now? I believe there's a lot of growth that has happened. It has to be growth, guys. I don't think none of us has gone, no. I always encourage to do that. Yeah, there has to be a bit of growth. Who are you? How do you take care of yourself? Your MBs is your mind, your MBS, your mind, body, and soul. Who are you? That's all part of you. How's your mind doing? When you do that self-analysis, how's your mind doing? Are you happy with your thoughts? Happy with your energy, your positive energy, negative energy? I don't know. How's your mind doing? Your body. Some of us fall sick for reasons that are beyond us. You go to a doctor, there's actually nothing wrong with you. They do all the tests you can. It's because your body is not in the right state of mind. Your mind makes your body sick or weak. How's your body doing? Are you happy with your body shape? Are you happy with your diet? Are you happy with everything that makes you who you are? Your body, your structure, okay? Then your soul, of course, your soul goes into, do you pray? Do you meditate? Whatever you do to calm you. This is all part of loving yourself. And I always remind people that, of course, to me, my pyramid is First, I put God first, and this is just me. It's God first, then myself, and then others. For many of us as women, it's the reverse. Okay, yes, God first, but then you put others next, then yourself last. Which means you put your kids first, your husband first, or your work first, whatever it is that's demanding, your family. But what I have learned, at least for the last, should I say, 10 years or something, is if I'm not good as Faith, I won't be a good mom. I'm a mom. I won't be a good mom. I won't be a good friend. I won't be a good colleague. I won't be a good boss. I will not be anything good. So I need to fix myself first. Then self-acceptance. This has brought so many issues, especially this social media era, because we all try to be at times, we all try to be people we might not be. You cannot be like anybody else. You're only one Ronnie, you're only one Helen, you're only one Charity. Oh, sorry, these are the names people have been dealing with, okay? So one Jane, one Rhoda, you're only one. So have you accepted yourself? Which goes back to who you are. So love yourself, ladies. And this is also going to trickle down with all the other points I'm going to share with you next. All right? And then you love others. Then you love others. And if you can notice the 3 words I put there, yes, love others. And loving others, of course, means your immediate family, it means your colleagues, it means your friends, it means, whoever you interact with, your workers, your employees, your employers, if you have could have a side business, whatever it is. But you need to analyze your relationships. Analyze your relationships. Then, after you've analyzed, you'll decide where you need to improve, and then you will decide where you need to delete. Yes, there are some of those relationships that are draining, that are straining you. It could be a friend who's not adding value to you. It could be whatever it is. If you can press delete, we always say with my friends and family, press F9 and delete. If you can do that, then you might have to. Especially relationships that are not going towards the goal, where you want to go as a person, as an individual. That's why you need to first analyze. Relationships that drain you. When somebody walks into the room, you're immediately drained. You lose all your energy. So why? Why does that happen? Then where you need to love more, give more, you do that. All right. Remember, we are living our life to the fullest, and you realize that love. I brought love first because love is key. Because if that love doesn't surround you, love for yourself, love for others, then eventually, trust me, it will come down to your work. It will come down to your work. It will affect your work. So you need to sort everything that goes on with you as an individual. Then that way you can be the best of yourself at I&M Bank. All right. So, the next, say yes more often as ladies, and feel less guilty when you say no. So many of the ladies I speak to, and I think also the MD spoke about this a bit, that we need to speak up. You need to speak up, all right? And then the saying more is also much more than just speaking up. The saying yes means we're so closed in at times. I don't know if it's because of the way we've been raised or the schools we went to, their environment. I don't know what it is. But at times you need to breathe and let loose. Say yes. Say yes to adventure. Say yes to trying out a new meal, a new restaurant. Say yes to traveling on your own. Say yes to dating yourself. Say yes to all those things you would normally say no to. Say yes to your friend calling you tomorrow and saying, let's just drive to Entebbe and go have some fish or something. Something you don't normally do because you like planning your days so much and knowing where you're going a month before. No, let go. Remember, breathe. Say yes more often. We are living a fulfilling life. Do the things that make you happy. Say yes to things that make you happy. Because so many ladies, because let's say they got married or because they got into particular positions, they realize that, oh my goodness, there's no way I can do this anymore. Yet it's something that's burning inside you. Something you want to do. A passion or something. Figure out a way of doing it and say yes to that passion. As long as you're not hurting anybody, as long as you're not, it's not going to cause you to lose your job or anything, say yes to it. And then say no. The people, girls, we are so good and nice. So we say yes to everything. At times you have to say no. You have to say no. Of course, no politely, but don't say yes to every invitation. Don't say yes to every single job at work because you need to show that, oh my goodness, I work so hard. No, you'll end up just being used and you'll end up just getting frustrated. At times when you need to say no, politely say no because you need your peace of mind. All right, so feel less guilty. Feel less guilty, especially if your conscience speaks to you. This is something, again, when you go back to loving yourself, you realize you'll be more attentive to your conscience. Ladies, we have such a strong conscience. Your intuition, listen to it. Listen to it. Pay more attention to it. Because this is where stress comes in. This is how stress starts, okay? So these are all the things, little tricks here and there that you need to use. I had to start saying yes. Then I learned how to say no. Normally I get different calls here and there all the time. Come and speak here, do this, do that. But then I had to step back and know that my time is precious as well. So where I can't apply myself, I politely say no. Either I'll postpone it or, we'll find a way of working around it. But you learn to say no. Now, how do you show up? That's our point number 4. How do you show up, ladies? When you wake up in the morning, that's all part of, what's your regimen like? What do you do? What's your routine like? I'd want you to share that with, somewhere on the chat. We can share that. I'd like to hear from you ladies. What do you do first thing in the morning? Then also, what's your routine at the end of the day? How do you take care of yourself, of your of your body? How do you relax? I hope you find time to relax, okay? So how do you show up? Now let's talk about show up. This is in the morning. When you wake up, how's your mind? Where is it? Because that's the same energy that people will see when you walk through a door. I always remind my clients, it takes 7 seconds to make a good first impression. Actually, to make a first impression, it might be good or bad. It takes only 7 seconds to do that. Yet there's a lot that goes behind it. So your image, ladies, I&M Bank, your image. Remember, we're ladies, we like saying, I do this for myself. Yes, you do it for yourself, and I always encourage ladies, dress up for yourself first, then others next. But there's always a but. Because of your brand, because of who you are, your brand extends. It's not just about you. Your brand will extend to your partner. If you have a partner, your brand will extend to your children. If you have children, your brand will extend to your work, to I&M Bank. So when you step out of the car or when you come into the parking lot, when you open the reception door, first thing in the morning, what's your image? What are you portraying? When clients come through to the bank, are they in a bank, a serious bank? What do they think when they see you walking by? What are you wearing? What's the I&M Bank dress code? Are you following it? Do you look professional enough, or do you look like you're going to the club? I'm sorry, but that happens. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, your image is your wardrobe. Your image is your grooming in general. How do you choose your clothes? How do you choose your wardrobe? Some of us choose clothes that morning. Okay, yes, if you have the time, but I always advise my clients, even in my YouTube videos, you'll check out my YouTube channel, Faith Navagala. I advise you to always plan your wardrobe. Plan the day before if you can. Okay? Then these clothes that you're choosing, first of all, when did you last do a wardrobe audit? Some of us are wearing clothes that are 2 sizes small for us. You need to accept where you're at. If you're 2 sizes bigger, accept what it is. Or if you're 2 sizes smaller, accept it. Then take your clothes for fitting. Your clothes should fit right. Your clothes should be decent. Dress up for your age. Be age appropriate, ladies. Be decent. Honestly, I would suggest that you wear something that's at your knees. I know I'm going to get shot for this, but if you can, at your knees or below the knees, meaning a midi. And there's nothing as good as a midi that fits right, so don't worry about it. And I'm hoping that you wear high heels to work, at least, for most of you. And in case you don't wear high heels, at least you have a tiny little kitten heel That is professional, no matter what. You can wear your pumps in the afternoons. That's if you really have to. Pumps meaning closed shoes, right? I&M Bank, if I came in and if I came in under your desks, I pray to God that I do not find any African sandals. So if you have those under your desk, after this talk, we'll get rid of them. I'm sorry, keep those for the beach, but not for the bank. Always look professional, look clean, your grooming, your hair, your nails, your makeup. You have to wear a bit of lipstick every single day. Number one, you look more professional. Number two, people take you more seriously. You don't look sick. Number three, when you speak, people listen to you better. It's actually proven. So lipstick does that when you speak. So wear a bit of lipstick or a bit of lip gloss, whatever it is. Do not have chapped lips. You look sick, you look dull. It is the brand of the company. I know I'm going to get a couple of comments about this. Those who, but please, these are little tips I'm telling you. If you don't wear full-on makeup, you don't have to wear full-on makeup. Just make sure your eyebrows are always shaped, and you have lipstick on. That's the best trick I can give anyone who says, but Faith, I don't wear makeup. Just do that for yourself. Shaped eyebrows, and shaped eyebrows means you do not pluck off every single eyebrow. No, just shape the eyebrow and wear some lipstick every day, even behind your mask, because when you take off the mask, you better look good. Your body language. How do you sit? How do you speak? How do you stand? How do you walk? These are classes I have with my clients. We have a posture and deportment session. So we teach ladies, these are all confidence boosting things. How do you show up? You're going to a client space, or a client is coming to speak to you. How do you walk? How do you have a handshake with the client? Is it professional enough? Then your conversation. Some of us don't know how to weigh what we should speak where, say where. You need to weigh as a lady. You need to weigh what you speak. Some things shouldn't be, in particular circles, you can't talk about certain things. You can't talk about politics somewhere. You can't talk about religion because you don't know who's in the circles. So mind your conversation. But then also be you should be outgoing. Don't be too quiet where they ask you a question. Just, single answers. Yes, no, I don't know. I don't think so. That becomes boring. Because remember, you're building your network. You want your world to be fuller. So these are the little tricks here and there that you have to know when to say something, know how to say something, take part in conversation. So you need to know what's happening around the world if you can. So build your mind. Yeah? And then courtesy. Courtesy just means your thank you, please, may I. The little things we teach your children. Imagine I had to teach this to adults. Because we forget how to relate. So you're basically known as the rude girl, the rude woman. Because you don't say hello to cleaners, you do not know how to speak to your colleagues, to answer messages, be courteous. At the elevator, do you wait? Do you wait for the people who are at the elevator to come out and then you enter, or do you push? Do you remember to thank people? They threw you a birthday party at work. They got you some cake or something. Do you say thank you? First of all, do you say thank you for the birthday gifts you get? Do your children know how to say thank you when they give them birthday presents? Do they write to people, send messages, call them? So how do you show up as an individual? How do you show up? I can go on and on about your wardrobe, but you need to be decent. I have sessions on body shape. Do you know your body shape? Dress for your body shape, ladies. Dress for your body shape. I'm going to share my number after this. If you need us to have a session together, we can do that. Because we are so different. Something that looks good on Jane won't look good on Farida. And vice versa. So do you dress up for your body shape? All right. So how do you show up? That's point number 4. And then number 5, living your life to the fullest, is you learn something new. I cannot come and speak to you today and not talk about this. We are so ingrained with our work. Yes, it's so good that you work so hard, but you need to learn something new. That's what makes life fulfilling. Yes, you polish that which you know. That's your professional work. Yes, your work. Then even at home, whatever your hobbies are, you polish that. Then you learn a little bit more, which means you take an interest in something else totally. This encourages you. You get into a different world. You see how big the world is and what's out there for yourself. So never let a month pass by. Actually, I could say a day, but I don't want to push it too far. I try a day, but make sure you learn something new every single month. So by the end of the year, you're a different person than what you were before. Whether it's a course, whether it's a skill, whether it's a recipe, as little as, recipe, or whether to apply your own makeup, do your own nail polish, whatever it is. It's always encouraging and it makes life, more enjoyable. Okay? Then this is just something for you to note, which leads to our next point, but I needed you to hear this. You need to develop intentional solitude. A lot goes on in our lives. You go to work from 7 to 6 or 5, you drive in traffic, get home, see the kids, do this, husband, food, get you to bed next day. Same thing. When do you have time for yourself? Actually, what do you do for yourself in the day? At what point? I know ladies, a lady who told me, I think it's such good advice. She locks herself in the bathroom, in the shower. She puts on the shower, she sits down on the floor and just has moments of calmness. She does that because that's the only place where her kids won't reach her. What do you do for yourself? How early do you put your kids to bed so you can have some time of solitude? Okay? I always talk about this: light a candle, play some jazz music. I have a lady who said, oh yes, during one of my talks, it was so interesting. When I asked, what do you do for yourself? She said she has a bottle of beer. I was like, well, why not? Whatever you want to do. Whatever rocks your boat, ladies. Have a glass of wine, whatever it is. Have a cup of tea. It is your time. So if you haven't learned anything from me today, let that be it. Develop intentional solitude and you will see what it does for you. Trust me. Our number 6, there's no way I cannot talk about this. You're living your life to the fullest, but you have to have a healthy life. So you need to make time to exercise. I had to set time intentionally. I started this seriously, I think in 2020. I used to not exercise. I hate exercising. I hate the gym. But I had to do it so that I can have a good heart 10 years from now, 20 years from now, God willing. So yes, to keep healthy. It helped me sleep better. I wasn't sleeping well, so exercising helps me sleep better. That's why I kept at it. It increased my creative juices. I'm such a creative. I do so many different things. So I need my creative juices flowing. That's what exercise does for me. My emotional balance is better. That I can testify. Emotional balance. Okay. My stress levels are calm. My productivity is better. So ladies, make time to exercise, whether it's 3 times a week. And I know you're very busy, but you can find ways, you can find ways, whether you're going to wake up earlier than everybody else, or you're going to sleep later than everybody else, or the bank can bring, trainers, do an aerobic session, Zumba, whatever it is, find a way, but you need to exercise. And exercise could just mean walking for 30 minutes. Exercise could mean YouTube. I do YouTube videos. That's what I do. At home, I don't like the gym, as I said, but I had to find a way. So I do YouTube. It's right there. So I do 30 minutes or an hour. Then I can do an hour of walking. I started walking. So I do an hour of walking. Guys, there's no excuse. If you want to do this for yourself, you can. Okay? but exercising is good. You feel much better. Because we sit at our desks for so long. I know you've had this before. I don't want to get into a whole health talk. But trust me, you'll be a better person with exercising. You'll even smile more. Okay? Number 7, which is key, is accept help. I know we are women. I know we are wives. Oh my goodness, you promised to be a good wife, so you have to do everything, my goodness, to show your in-laws that you're the best wife ever. No, you will break. In 2019, we had a session with Caroline Mutoko. She came as a guest speaker for the Women's Getaway. That's something else that we do. We bring women together to have a good time to share. So Caroline Mutoko was our guest speaker. And she said something that stuck with, I think, all of us in the room. She called it having, someone's speaker is on. Kindly switch off your speaker. All right. So she said that men get women, men get wives to make their lives easier, which I think is the honest truth. Of course, apart from other reasons, but we make their lives so easy. You know, make them breakfast, iron their clothes, prepare their dinner, So, you know, do everything for them. You cripple them, which is actually a good thing for them because they're men and we're women, yes. But then, who does these things for you? So Caroline Mutoko said, get yourself husbands as well. Husbands meaning, get yourself a maid, get yourself a nanny, get yourself a driver if need be. Get yourself whoever that person is that will make something better in your life. Get them. Get yourself a border guy who you can send everywhere. Get, you know, those areas in life. You cannot do everything. Wake up in the morning, prepare breakfast, prepare the kids, prepare your husband's breakfast, prepare his lunch, then get home, clean the house, get to work, come back home, prepare dinner. My goodness. If you can, that's fantastic, because there's some women who are like that. That's very good if you're organized. But if you feel that you're wearing out, going back to loving yourself and the self-analysis I spoke about as point 1, if you feel that you're getting drained, ladies, this is the time. There's nothing wrong with accepting help. If you need to get 2 nannies, get them. If you need to get a driver to pick up the kids so it doesn't have to be you, get the driver. Whatever it is that will bring solutions to your life. Because you need time to yourself. Guys, you need to remember that by the time you're age 75, you know, and you're talking to your grandkids, if you have grandkids, I wouldn't want you to have any regrets. And for women, we regret a lot because we always give and forget to live. So ladies, and that's was one of the reasons why, guys, someone has a speaker on, kindly switch it off, your microphone. That's why we started the Women's Getaway, actually. To remind ourselves that we shouldn't live with regret. I would like to tell my grandkids that I lived. I did this, and this, other than saying, I wish I did this, I wish I had done this. So accept help where you can. This is quite key because women are breaking. You cannot be everything and everyone, to everyone, sorry. And you cannot apply yourself to everything as well. And then my point number 8, remember our 8 points. Our point number 8 is be authentic. Whatever I've shared right now, you don't have to do everything. You are your own person, so be authentic to yourself. So the minute you discover what it is you're going to do for yourself, be intentional about it. Please be intentional. It takes just about 21 days, whatever it is you're going to start to do. I didn't speak about journaling in the beginning, but journaling is something you can start doing for yourself. Buy a journal for yourself, or even just a book, and start writing your thoughts down, your dreams, your goals, and that's what will build your intentionality as well. When you write down your things, your thoughts, but be intentional about whatever you're going to decide to do for yourself. Always. Whatever it means to you to live life to your fullest, it's something you also have to ask yourself after this talk. Tomorrow when you sit at home, what does it mean to you to live a fulfilled life? because your perspective is not the same as my perspective may not be the same as yours. So feel that with whatever I've shared, add some more, because I haven't been able to exhaust everything, but add some more to it. And always when I speak to ladies, I have to close with this: invest in yourself. It's the best thing you can do for yourself. And it means different things to different people. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to have money on you or something. No. So read a book, you build your relationships, learn something new, take a leap. That's a risk. What are your passions? Invest in yourself and your purpose. Take an online course, eat something nice, have some ice cream, buy some chocolate, buy some shower gel, have a good shower. Go for a makeover. On Friday, I had a makeover with a client and she could not believe that she could look that good. Go have a new hairstyle, wear some lipstick, as I said, for those who haven't worn lipstick in a while. Start a new hobby, travel, plan for that. I have a friend of mine, every single birthday of hers, she takes herself away. Not out of the country, somewhere in Uganda, but she goes somewhere different each and every time. She's intentional about it, so she plans for it a year in advance. If she's going to northern Uganda, she'll go to western Uganda. She plans for it. She's intentional about her time. Diversify, have a manicure, whatever it is. Listen to audiobooks. You have to remember, ladies, you have to always be on point. Audiobooks, podcasts. Invest in yourself and your purpose. All right, ladies. And lastly, I have a session. I have a session on the 26th of March. It's a ladies session. Men have been asking, but no, it's for ladies this time because it's ladies month and my passion is with women anyway. So in case you feel like you need to build your personal brand, you feel you need to grow it, you need to discover who you are and where you're going, this would be a great session for you. If you feel your career needs to go to a higher level, or you have a side business that you failed to start, you don't know where to start, or you feel like it's slacking a little bit, you'd want it to go to a certain level, this is a session for you. So ladies, I'll be glad to see some of you there. The early bird tickets are on and it closes on 15th of March. I'll be very, very happy to see you there. I'll be sharing all these confidence boosting tips. Of course, a bit of etiquette, I cannot talk about that, but it will be a fulfilling session.